Hello class, it's Dr. Mike here with a few bits of Linux for you. So we're going to look at managing services. So first off, what is a service? Service would be like you see on Windows. Print service, for example, a web server is a service. And here in this example in the slide here, you can see a service, HTTPD. So, and very common to see this sort of laid out this way. Here we go. The D at the end. You'll see a lot of the services will have a D. The idea is daemon. A daemon is just that. It is a binary file. It's typically used to run and provide a service. So again, common ones would be print server for cups, file server, Samba, FTP is a file server, and of course HTTP. We know that one being the good old World Wide Web server. So and we're going to look at specifically this class. We're looking at services on the init-based system. So here we have a system D based and a init based. So commonly CentOS we'll see here, and I'll show you the example of CentOS. We'll be in CentOS for this, is a init based system. So we have two commands to deal with. First command, of course, is the service command itself. So the service command, and then you have to run this to root. So make sure you're a root user. If not, you need to have sudo set up. We're not going to get into that here. So service itself. So service command, the service you want to query about, and what you want to do with it. Start, stop, restart it. You'll see here in this example, there are actually several other options. Some services offer options you can use. I'll show you how you can figure those out. Status is a very common one. It's on all of them. So start, stop, restart, status are the common ones you'll see. So again, a service, the service you want to work with, and then you can issue these commands here. Start, stop, restart. Those are the common ones. Reload is common. Difference between reload and restart. If you're connected to SSH, right? Good old SSH. And of course, that's right over the SSHD daemon, the OpenSSH daemon. And I do a restart, it will drop your connection. Maybe I make a configuration change to it. It will drop your session. If I reload it, it should pick up that change without dropping your connection. So, as this is less disruptive, that's really the big thing about reloading. All right, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so we'll be on CentOS here. And this is a CentOS server. Again, make sure your root or ID command will work for that too. So service command. In this case, let's look at cups. And I can issue. And if I leave it blank, I don't put anything here after it, it'll tell me what I can do with cups. It'll say cups, you can do start, stop, restart, restart log. There's conditional restart, try restart, and so on. Status, of course, being one of the obvious ones we can use. So each one is going to have a different, every service has different options you can use. I'm not going to go to all of them. You can actually just look those up either in the man page or Google what some of these like try restart is. Conditional restart, restart logging, for example. Obvious ones are going to be start, stop, restart, and status there. So let's look at status. And what I do is I get anything, in this case cups D, there's our D for daemon. The cups D, which is the print server, is currently running under process ID 1844. Now I can issue a stop command, and now if I do the status, it has stopped. I can issue the start. It's starting. If I look at the status, it's running. So that's a service command in general. So we come off our other command here. We talk about chkconfig. So the service command controls a current service installed. The chkconfig command is going to allow us to sort of configure if that service starts or stops on different run levels. So chkconfig is our command, chkconfig, and there are several options. This is hard to tell here. There's actually a dash dash here. This is a dash dash list. I think it's a PowerPoint. So again, this should be a dash dash list. So you can do dash dash list and you'll get all services. And of course, you can pipe this to grep and you can look for something. Maybe you're not sure if it's called HTTP or HTTPD. You can just do a grep for HTTP or cron, for example. So we can also use chkconfig to turn on or off services. So we can issue the on or off. And it'll actually on, of course, will go through and it will use the HTTP, in this case, HTTPD's service configuration file, and has a set of default. In this case, we're in level 2, 3, 4, and 5 here are on. Of course, we're level 0 is shut off, so it's going to be off, and 6 is reboot, so it's going to shut off for reboot. 1, of course, is normally reserved for single user mode, maintenance mode, so it shuts off any unneeded services. Now you can actually change these with the dash dash level command. In this case, we want levels 2 and 4 for ATD to be on, and levels 3 and 5 for ATD to be off. So dash dash level. So we can also remove entire commands here with del. We can remove an entire command. But for now, let's just take a look at chkconfig. So if I do chkconfig, of course, by itself, it does actually do a list. You don't have to do dash dash list. Oops. Chkconfig dash dash list. You get the same output. So you can see it's pretty long. We have it's an order here. We have the service name and each run level from 0 to 6, all 7 run levels, whether it's on or off. So this is where you would basically audit your system. Do I need to have, here's cups, for example. Do I need to have cups running or not? So now, of course, again, so you could do this. You can do chkconfig list. And I can pipe it to grep and check for cups. Or if you know the name itself, you can actually just do cups. Chkconfig will only give you the list for that one item. So let's look at this again. So we have service command, cups, status. It's running. And we can see the chkconfig for this cups for 5 is on. And we are, of course, on level 5. So the service command and chkconfig command, they sort of work together, but they are actually different. An example being this. Let's go ahead and do chkconfig cups off. Now if I do chkconfig list cups, you can see I have changed it to be off on all run levels. But if I look at the service command, it's still running. So service will control an existing installed daemon, but it does not look at chkconfig whether it needs to be run or not. Now, if I reboot the system or bounce run levels, if I go to level, let's say to 3 and back to 5, it will not start. So this is like a template for when to run the service, but turning it off here does not stop an existing service. So I think that covers everything with chkconfig and service command. And this has to deal with, again, this is like CentOS here, init-based systems. We're going to look at system D here on the next video. Thank you.